Hello, this is Danny Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide, with a couple items not worthy of their own video. Recently, 10pound42 did a video where he, a bit tongue-in-cheek, accused CIG of being liars about the minimum computer specs for a Star Citizen. In reality, of course, the minimum system is simply outdated. The Sandy Bridge chipset was first sold 12 years ago and was discontinued from sale 10 years ago. But of course, that was the time frame of the original Kickstarter, so it was what people could understand then. But that's the problem. If you're running a low-end 10th generation i5 processor, is that good enough? How does one relate at all to a second generation i7 system whatsoever? A considerable degree of research is needed to make that 10-year-ago processor even begin to be meaningful information at all. So why not change it? Well, because those professional naysayers who monetize any sort of ginned-up outrage about it would certainly pounce on it as clickbait about broken promises and feature creep. And yeah, look at how systems ran so many years ago, and yes, of course it has kept pace with advances in computer hardware. Why wouldn't it? But because of the nuisance, they've just let it mold away on that page. The telemetry page would be a fine place to send people instead, except for three problems. The first is that it's kind of a confusing avalanche of color-coded boxes, and second, well, it's broken in this release and not expected to be fixed until 3.20 at the soonest. And the third problem is that it seems focused primarily on frame rate, as if it is the only thing that really mattered, when in fact frame rate isn't particularly important if low latency and high stability aren't there too. And part of that comes along with that there is going to be things that best can be described as folk wisdom among users. Things that everybody regards as true, but which, thanks to the minimum spec, CIG is unwilling to actually say are beneficial. For example, folk wisdom is that SSDs run more stably than hard disks, but there is no data given on how much more stable. Then there's folk wisdom that 32 gigabytes of memory run more stably than 16 gigabytes, but again, no data. So I'm going to suggest that CIG simply drop the minimum spec system requirements page entirely. Just let it quietly go away. Then, when Squadron 42 is reintroduced to the store, create new minimum specs for it, specs which reference processors that actually have current relevance. Then they should fix the telemetry page. Well, that goes without saying. But more than that, they should come up with a simplified version, which will allow you to enter or leave it auto-detect your processor, memory, graphics, connections, etc., and then simply give you a 1 to 5-star assessment of your frame rate, your typical stability compared to other configurations, and your load times compared to other configurations. And then, one step further, it would allow you to override your current values with new values, such as what a new graphics card or more memory should improve, etc. Next up, the free flight, which, well, of course, is the opportunity for new folks to give the game a try. 12 ships are available, although not all of them are well suited for beginners, as they are ships that shine mostly with a crew of players. Of the ships suitable for a new single player, I would suggest the Cutlass Black, all-purpose ship, the Freelancer medium cargo, the Gladius single-seat fighter, the Prospector minor, the Mirai Razor racer, and the Vulture salvage. The others are all good ships, but better for a beginner to be crew on rather than captain. But go ahead and load one into the hangar and tour around inside to see how impressive the large multi-crew ships can be. Now the so-called career kits of armor and weapons are kind of embarrassing to be sold at $10. These are all armors and weapons that are available in the shops in the game for in-game currency, and actually not that much in-game currency. Nearly everyone could easily buy them with their starter credits. Now, a term that may be unfamiliar to the new player is Warbond. These are items that must be purchased with new money rather than store credit, so they have a discount. In addition, all the items sold in this sale have 6 months insurance, while in a few months they will all have 10 years insurance when purchased at the IAE sale in November. So if you try the free flight and want to stay around, then get a deal on one of the discounted starter packs, either the Aurora or the slightly nicer 100i. But you might want to plan on trading that and repurchasing it or upgrading the packages to get them with 10-year insurance at the IAE sale in November. Plus, of course, if you are signing up for the first time, use somebody's referral code to get extra credits and an extra buggy. Mine is star CPG6 5NPL. Now, as for the ships they are offering as career ships, I have a couple of notes. First, the Cutlass Red only has a Tier 3 med bed. 3 being the worst. It isn't good enough to be worth losing the cargo space over a Cutlass Black. To be a medic, you only need some basic armor and a backpack, and carry 3 guns. The first is the Paramed medical device, also known as the Med Gun. The second is the Grey Cat multi-tool with a tractor beam attachment. That is so you can lift an incapacitated player from a dangerous place to a safer one to heal them. And the third gun is a good general-purpose close-quarters rifle in case you have to fight your way to your injured player. My personal choice is the P4 AR, but there are other good choices too. So a medic needs 3 guns and an armor set that can carry them, not a Cutlass Red. Also, for FPS combat, the Valkyrie is a wonderful ship if you have a squad or platoon-level organization doing jump down, but if you're doing solo or small group bunkers that the average beginner would be doing, it is just overkill. Again, the Cutlass is going to be the better choice, or go even smaller than that. But by all means, enjoy the free flight and have a good look at all the ships, even the ones you have no real need for right now. Now, of course, our giveaways. First, the video editing contest for the Elgato Stream Deck XL. See the linked video for all the details on that. And then the ship giveaways. We have 10, now 12,000 subscriber thank you for the LTI Hull C, the colossal cargo container carrying craft to be given away when the sea goes live, now confirmed for 3.20. And then the big annual ship giveaway for the winner's choice of the Galaxy Complete, the massive modular mining moving medical machine, or the brand new big box bargain bazaar known as the Merchantman. 1 entry per video. Members, you're entered automatically. Everybody else, just be a subscriber and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is the ship you don't actually need to be a medic. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Daniel Raymond for Ray's Guide.